To the stage is a dear friend of mine. Her name is Miss Kathleen Aldrich. She has a one-woman show named Tumor Baby. I saw the premiere. It's wonderful. And now you get to hear a little bit of it. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Miss Kathleen Aldrich. When I was in high school, I was in love with this guy named Tristan. We were just friends. But he had this rich grandmother who had this beautiful beach house in Chicoutimi, Virginia. Because of course he did. I mean, come on, it's all there in his name, isn't it? Tristan? Trust me when I say guys named Tristan always have rich grandmothers with beach houses. But one day, as we're talking on the phone, and we're a little bit into the friendship here, he goes, you know, I'd love it if you come with me to my grandmother's beach house with me for the whole weekend. Wow. I was thinking, oh God, I gotta go on this trip. But I had an obstacle. See, when I was in high school, I worked in retail. And it's very hard to get the whole weekend off when you work retail. So I thought, okay, there's only one way to get what you want here, Kat. Somebody's gotta die. Who will it be? I know my dad. Look, my dad was a great candidate for this. He was hardly in my life. So I walked to my job at Fashion Hug. And I went up to my manager, trying to look as forlorn as possible. And I said, my dad is gone, and I need to leave tonight because the funeral is this Sunday in Delaware. I added the in Delaware part for effect because although my dad truly did live in Delaware, I figured, who the fuck's gonna lie about having to go to Delaware for the weekend? And she bought it. And she gave me this long, sympathetic hug, assuring me not to worry. Someone can be called in to cover your shift. I remember leaving the store feeling fan-fucking-tastic! This was great! My manager felt bad for me. Someone's coming to cover my shift, and I get to spend the weekend with Tristan on the beach. Oh, I imagine scenes. It was like Christmas, or winning the lottery, or having Rick Springfield put his tongue in my ear. But maybe that last one was just for me. I imagine these romantic scenes on the beach. You know, like the opening number from Grease, when Sandy and Danny run to each other. Or perhaps maybe sharing a long, passionate kiss. You know, like the one between Diane Lane and Richard Gere in the movie Nights in Rodanthe. So did I get all that? No. It was more like an odd version of the TV show Grace and Frankie, only I was Frankie, and I was frolicking on the beach with his 70-year-old grandmother, which was quite a feat because she could barely walk, let alone frolic on the beach. Turns out he was just using me to keep his grandmother company so he could sleep until noon. Go back to work on Monday. And I'm totally prepared to work, right? I remember I had to look, you know, serious and forlorn. So I remember I sat there folding the casual knit sweaters, trying to look sad. And I accomplished this by just acting really exhausted. Hi, welcome to Fashion Bug. Can I show you how Fashion Bug fits your life? At the end of my shift, my manager calls me over along with my fellow coworkers to join them at the cashier. We have something for you, Kat. I thought, oh, how nice. And they hand me a card. I was like, this is so unexpected. I opened up the car though, and there was all this money in there.
Wow.
They could have done anything else. Candy, flowers, sad fruit in a basket. But no, they had to go with cash. The one thing that made me feel like shit for lying to them. But you know, I have to admire them for this move looking back on this story now. Because the dude became the player. Because not only did they get me something nice that made me feel like shit, but they set it up so the store gets the cash back. Well played, Fashion Bug. Well played. Thank you very much.
You guys did not appreciate the fucking professional shit that Kat just did, where the mic unplugged and she just kept going and like